audio for myself. How did you choose your financial advisor?
So, let me tell you about the first financial advisor we chose, and I only went to one because my dad had sort of recommended it.
Yeah.
And I originally, kind of shopped around, and I found somebody from Stifel Nicholas, I think. Mm-hmm. And what I loved about him is that he said, small acorns grow mighty oaks. And what I always felt like was that financial advisors tend to be looking for high net worth individuals.
Right.
And they're always looking for, I only work with people who invest, have over $25,000 to invest or whatever, right?
Right.
Which is really off-putting when you're young and you're trying to make good decisions.
I'm trying to save $25.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I went with him because I felt like he got it, and he was willing to invest in me, and so I stayed with him for a long time, and then he ended up quitting or moving. Sure. And my dad was at a financial firm in Kansas City, and my dad vets things to the nth degree, a level of detail that I wouldn't. And they were an advisor, and they would only take over $100 million or over $100,000 of investments. That's the smallest.
That was their minimum.
That was their minimum. And they let me in because my dad already had an account there. And so there was this feeling of exclusivity and I was special and I was going to get some sort of treatment that was way better because these were the people that, these were the people
they're managing the big dogs.
The big bucks, right? Yeah. So then I was with them for a really long time, and they never called me personally.
I had a financial advisor like that.
They emailed me stuff all the time, but I knew it was super canned stuff. I didn't read it most of the time anyway because
it wasn't really coming from them. It was coming from the corporation.
Yeah, and I get that they care about that stuff, but I clearly don't. That's why I hired them. So when they send me all the stuff about markets and stuff, I don't read it. I'm not interested in it.
Right.
That's why I'm hiring you. I would have loved somebody to call me and go, hey, what's going on in your life? Oh, you now have kids? That would be good to know. But there was, they had their set annual 1-year checkup.
Right.
It just felt very clinical.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for the exam.
Yeah, sort of, right? And then, they give me this, list of, here's things that you need to do. And I'm like, great, more crap I have to do. Didn't make me want to go meet with them, right? So, I just recently, I'm part of C12, which is a Christian CEO network. And
what's his name came by?
Jonathan Kruger is, he is with Accelerated Wealth Advisors. And I was telling him, I'm like,
oh, I didn't know that.
Here's the...
Right out of Chesterfield?
Yeah.
I know those guys.
Yeah, they're awesome. And so I was
They should be a client.
So
Jonathan Kruger.
So I was telling him, kind of some of my challenges, and I was also starting my business at the time, and so he had that business startup background, and he had just become a certified exit planner and stuff, and so he was really coaching me on, hey, as you're starting your business, think about exiting, what your exit strategy is.
Nice.
And he also understood that I still wanted to keep my money that was invested, and I didn't want to financially go into debt in order to run a business.
Correct.
But I also didn't want to be so locked in that if I wanted to invest in my business that I couldn't.
Yeah.
And so we just actually transferred everything to him, and he put together a plan for us where now that I don't have my full salary and taking my full amount out and all of those sorts of things, which would have made us off track, even without me contributing my full contribution, we're actually going to end up making more because he restructured it through using something else that I don't understand, insurance or something, I don't know, but it also then leverages that flexibility because I can use the equity from the investment plan, and again, I can't explain it, but
it's probably like a bank on yourself program through your insurance.
I don't know.
You probably have some insurance component in there, but
there was an insurance component in there, but again, he was listened, and then I see him regularly.
As a good advisor should.
Yeah, and I just I see him regularly, so I feel like there's more.
How regular is
accountability.
regular?
Well, I see him once a month.
Okay. Intentionally or just like in passing?
Well, intentionally, because we're
Okay.
in C12. We're in C12
Oh, that's right.
together, so that helps. But
That helps.
I know he's never going to forget, and if I need anything, I'm going to
Right.
see him and those sorts of things. I will tell you, I find it insanely annoying that we have to keep coming into the office, like whenever we have to sign papers and all that kind of stuff. I'm just like, it's hard for me to get off, go to the office,
Right.
Go through stuff, sign papers, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So the e-signature stuff would be a really good investment for financial advisors.
Yep.
I think, just to
Well, I
make
know
it-
it's come down in cost quite a bit, but I know the other reason that other financial advisors I've talked to that they like the actual signature is one, they get the FaceTime, and then two, the electronic signature. There's like all these compliance things around it, and sometimes it's just easier to get the hard signature.
Yeah.
It's like you really really did sign it
Yeah.
versus just somebody else did. And,
Yeah, and I get that, I feel like I'm saying a little bit of both sides. Like, I want them to talk to me and spend time with me, but I don't want them to make me come in.
Make my life easy. I want it all easy.
Well, I don't want to have to come into the office. So maybe just something about making going to where they are as opposed to making them come into your office, sort of.
Like at C12, it's can we 15 minutes before C12? Can we do that?
Exactly.
Right.
So
Okay.
maybe more of a, I don't know, just a thought.
That's good insight. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
I appreciate
2
it.
cents.
We love more than 2 cents. All right, that was Tabetha Sheaver and it was good stuff. Good stuff. I'm looking for how to end this thing. Where? Oh, there we go. Ha! There we go. All right. For all those listening in, thank you for listening in, and for those not, really, it's a telltale sign for you financial advisors out there to really stay connected with your people. And more so for my clients, what I do is help them separate how, I think a lot of people do what Tabetha just said. A lot of financial advisors that I meet, the hardest part is that for them to actually meet people and connect with them because they're focusing on the wrong things. So if you're focusing on your true, authentic relatedness and the things that you're passionate about, allow people to connect with that passion, and you'll just attract great clients that you love to work with. That's what I got for now. Sean Brady, thanks for listening, and hope to see you in person. But if not, we'll see you on social media. Good stuff. We're here at the Kaldi's Coffee Shop in the Chesterfield, Missouri Valley. Be well, people. Be well.